So we've got a window sticker here in a price of 118,378 Canadian for a 2025 Silverado ZR2. But the thing is, with these trucks, most people who buy them are not taking them off-road, and I think that's the sad part. You can definitely tell that the GMC is a little bit more handsome looking, where this is a little bit more rugged. Obviously, so in front of me here, guys, I've got a 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 ZR2 in black. And honestly, from every angle around this truck, it is massive. So we'll start right here at the front. We've got really cool LED daytime running lights with LED lights. And as we carry over to the middle here, we've got this cool honeycomb style grille. On the driver's side there, as we can see, we got the ZR2 badge. And in the middle, we've got a chromed out Chevy bow tie. Now inside that bow tie, we've got some red inserts there. At the bottom here, we can see we've got two red recovery hooks, fog lights with parking sensors on that front bumper. Now, as we can see, I'll give you kind of a side profile view. We don't have that plastic air dam, but we do get a lot of ground clearance, as we can see. You've got ZR2 skid plates as well. So obviously, if you're going to take this off-road, you want to protect what's underneath, the engine and transmission. Now, at the top here, we've got the hood insert here. So it is functional. And then we can see we've got the Chevrolet name. And then at the side of the hood, we've got Allison transmission with Duramax. Now, one other thing that I truly love about these trucks that just makes it pop a little bit more, especially at night, is your amber lights there at the top, which I would highly recommend to option on these trucks. But that's it at the front here. Let's take a look underneath the hood and go over the Duramax engine. So taking a look underneath the hood here, we've got the Duramax 6.6 liter turbo V8. We got 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque hooked up to the 10-speed Allison transmission. I mean, it's a great motor, especially if you're going to be hauling a lot. The power's there as well, and the payload. So highly recommend this option for the heavy duties. However, it is expensive, so that is one thing to note. But that's it underneath the hood here. Let's take a look around the ZR2 and go over the options. So taking a look around the Chevy 2500 ZR2, we'll start with the tire and wheel setup. So we're sitting on a 35-inch tire and an 18-inch blacked out wheel. We can see we got the ZR2 name right there on the rim itself. And then we've got the blacked out Chevy bow tie. Inside here, the fender, we've got a really nice carpeted liner. And then around, we've got that kind of plastic piece that helps with rusting. And then over here inside, we can see we've got the DSSV Multimatic shocks, which help this truck do its job off-road. We can see we've got the ZR2 badge here on the fender. We've got a blacked out mirror cap here with lights, and then also a camera right underneath here to encompass your full 360 camera. And this is what a side profile view of the truck looks like. We can see we got the 2500 HD badge there. It does come with an automatic running board. And then also at the front of the bed, we can see we've got a step there, which we'll get into in just a moment. Now, we do only get keyless entry on the front two doors. So just by pushing this button, you can lock and unlock it. And another cool thing about these mirrors is they do come with blind spot detection. And then this is a light too that shines at night, so you can kind of get a better idea of where you're backing up to. Now, this is what the interior of the ZR2 looks like. So we've kind of got, they call it a gray stone interior. So it's gray with some yellow stitching, as we can see. We've got kind of like a checkered pattern here at the top. And then we've got some laminate here, lock and unlock, automatic, window control, and then we've got the Bose speaker down below. Down here on the door sill, we can see we've got the ZR2 name. And then this is what the seat looks like. You've got a gray insert inside here with some black at the edge of the seat on both sides with some yellow stitching. And then this is what the dash looks like on the passenger side. So you get more of that color and pattern carried throughout. Now, it does have an upper glove box area where you can put things, and then also a lower glove box area with some more storage right there. Now, one other thing too is, like I said, you do get that automatic running board, but you also do get a handle that helps you get inside. Now, this is what the back looks like. So same type of design and material here. We can see we've got that gray stone with some yellow stitching, that pattern here at the top. All soft touch too, which is a really nice thing to add. Then you've got that speaker there. Nothing here on the door sill. And then as we carry over to the seat, that same type of design and material. Now, this here is what Chevy has implemented back in 2019 when they came out with these. You've got storage in here, honestly, and it cools things too. So if you want to put some drinks back there, your water to help cool it, that helps as well. Now you do also get inside here, the middle, you've got heated seats and you've got a USB, USB-C, but nothing down below. And you also get cup holders here as well, and an armrest with some more cup holders here. Now it doesn't come with a full panoramic moonroof, but it does have an insert here. So if there are taller passengers, they get a little bit more headroom. Now this is that step I was mentioning to you. I honestly think it's a great utility thing that they did. You can always step on the tire for sure, but just having a step here, I think, really helps. And then this is what that back tire and wheel looks like. 35-inch tires, and honestly, they still kind of look a little small. I'm sure you can go to a 37-inch tire and you would be completely fine. You wouldn't have to kind of lift the truck more. But you can see inside here, we've got that carpeted liner. You still get leaf springs, and then there are the Multimatic DSSV shocks there, as we can see. Now that is it from a side profile view. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here of the Silverado 2500 ZR2, we'll start right here in the middle. We can see we've got the blacked out bow tie there with some chrome around it. Silverado on the left, ZR2 on the right, and then we do get LED tail lights. Can't really see it too much because we are in the sun. We can see we got the Chevrolet name there too. We've got your step inserts in the bumper with parking sensors. You've got your trailer hitch there with your trailer pin connections there. As you can see, we've got that massive exhaust pipe there for the diesel. Now this does have the multi-step tailgate. So we've got your buttons here, light here, camera. So just to click the bottom one, tailgate will come down, and then you can open this up here as well. So if you need to kind of block items from ejecting out of the tailgate, you can do that. Or you could just have the top one come down and still have this little platform come out, and then we can close that. Or you can have both of them come down and create a little step. So we can just do that. And then there's a little railing here, obviously, to help you get in, which helps a lot. Now, a couple things to note here. We can see we've got the spray and bed liner and a ton of tie downs. So we get 3 in each corner of the bed of the truck. Then you have some more connections here for your trailers. You do get lights back here, so that helps, especially if you need to see what's going on back here. You do also get a 120, and this one does have the fifth wheel prep packs, as you can see there. Now you do get 2 cameras over there, so you get a bed camera and then you get your mirror camera. But overall, it's a really big bed and it's pretty deep, and you still have a lot of side space too, which you can utilize. Now to shut this, all you do is push this forward. That clips in just like that. This here, you gotta just close it, and it's really light. It's not really heavy either. But one thing is, please do not open this whole part of the tailgate if you have a trailer hitch, because you will damage these buttons here. And that's one thing you do not want to replace. So that's it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at those seats behind the driver. Just want to thank Applewood GM here in Mississauga, Ontario. Go see my boy Zach. He'll hook you up with a great deal. Okay, so taking a look at the back here behind the driver, and honestly, it looks the same on this side. Soft touch material here. You get the yellow stitching, same pattern, and then kind of like a different laminate pattern here. Looks good. And then here's your window control. Nothing here on the door sill. And then this is what that seat looks like. You still get that insert here, which again, you can put things in there to cool. And overall, it's nice. We can have this lift up here. We get some more storage. And then here, you got your heated seats. Like I mentioned, 2 vents, your cup holders here. I'm surprised they didn't put like a 120 here. I think that would have been useful too for your back passengers. And then there's a look at that insert. And then you also get handles to help you get inside. Now, to push this down, there's no levers. All you do is just kind of heave on it and you're good to go. That's it for the back here. Let's take a look at the front. So looking inside the Chevy ZR2 here at the front. So we'll start with the door panel. Soft touch here. You've got your memory seating with lock and unlock. Window and mirror controls. They are power folding and they are power extending. So you can extend them just by clicking this button there. You got your Bose speaker here as well. ZR2 is there on the door sill. And then here is what the seat looks like with your seat adjustments here. No massage seating here, but you can see we got that yellow stitching and then the black on both sides of the seats there. But you get this kind of like rugged kind of pattern. Now over here on the left side of the steering wheel, we've got your heads-up display, which we'll get into. 4x4 settings here with normal and off-road mode. Then you got your trailer setting there. And then here are your light controls, parking brake as well. That's it before we hop in, guys. Let's take a look inside. So we are inside the Chevy Silverado 2500 ZR2. We'll start with the steering wheel. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. You've got your cruise control buttons here with your forward collision alert, heated steering wheel there on the left. This here will toggle your front infotainment. So very easy. You just kind of go through the arrows here and move according to what you want to do. So you got music, navigation there, phone settings. You could change the display layout. But overall, very simple to use. You can see we've got the blacked out Chevy bow tie there. On the left here, we've got your toggle for your wipers, and then the column shifter there is on the right. This is only on the heavy duties. But overall, I gotta say, I like the display layout there. I like this setting here. You've got your kilometers per hour and then your RPM. You can obviously change this to imperial, so US metric, so you can put your miles per hour just by clicking a button. So really cool to note. I like that your buttons are over here like I was mentioning, and then to control your heads up display, you can see it right there. You can move it up or down. So let's see here. You can see that it's moving a little bit. You can control the info on it if you wish. So you can control your kind of attack angle there. So a lot of cool options here. At the top here, we've got more of that soft touch material, kind of like gray stone that carried over from the passenger with some yellow stitching. You've got your handles here on both A-pillars as well. And then here's that rear camera mirror, which you could turn on or off. You can zoom in and out, move it up or down, do whatever you need to do if you want to use it. And then obviously just push it forward if you don't want to. Now at the top here, you got more storage, which is cool. You can put, pencils and whatnot, your business cards. But overall, I gotta say, I like the dash layout. I think it looks good. Now this is your display screen here. Very easy to use. You've got your hotkeys here on the side. So nav, audio, home, and then you can click your buttons here, whichever one you want to use. I like having actually the clock there on that side. I think it just kind of looks a little bit cleaner. So it's just going to depend obviously on the user. But here's your audio here. You've got your Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. If you hit your maps here, you can have your maps. It's just going to come down to the user like I was mentioning. You've got climate here, which you can control climate here or here. Personally, I like having the buttons, just in case the screen goes out, you have buttons there to control your climate. You can use the screen too if you wish. And then you've got your settings there, My Chevrolet app, you've got trailering settings. And then here are your different camera angles. So if we hit camera, 360 camera, and then, once you turn, you can actually have the lines go on if you want. This is a bird's eye view of the front, and then that's the back. Here are the side profile views. You've got your bed camera too, and might I say the quality is really good. You can even hit the plus sign and move in a little bit more. So when it comes to cameras, ton of options. Now we do have more hotkeys here. So we've got your exhaust brake, lane keeping assist, parking sensors. You can actually put your tailgate down from here. Hazards, trash control. This will only put all your windows down, not up. And this is your rear locker here, like I was mentioning, and then your hill descent control. You do have your volume knob here with your home button. If you want to get home, just push that button there. Down below here, like I was mentioning, you've got your climate controls here, dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats on both sides, your trailer brake controller, push button start there. You've got USB and USB-C there too. One thing to note. Now this is your center console area here. So you got your cup holders here and then this massive pad where you can put pretty much anything. And then your wireless charging pad is actually right here underneath the center console. So center console here is nice soft padding with some yellow stitching, and then you got that kind of rugged padding here. USB, USB-C, and then here is your 120. I like the fact that they put it in here. It kind of gives it a more cleaner look here in the dash. You can take this out and then you have access to more storage down below. So ton of room here in these trucks nowadays. Now at the top here, we've got your sunroof controller and then your rear window slider, and then obviously your OnStar, and then here are your garage settings that you can hook up with your visors on both sides. So that is the interior of the Chevy Silverado ZR2. You can definitely tell that the GMC is a little bit more handsome looking, where this is a little bit more rugged. Obviously, if you go to the high country, you're going to see a little bit more of a luxurious interior, where this is, a little bit more of that rugged feel like I was mentioning. Now here you are in normal. To switch your drive modes, all you do is switch it to that side, and then you get a little bit of an animation. Now I've got the window sticker here. Let's go talk about that and go over its options. So we've got a window sticker here in a price of 118,378 Canadian for a 2025 Silverado ZR2 with these options on it. Let me know what you guys think about this truck in the comments. Curious to know your thoughts. Do you think it's too much money, or do you think it's actually reasonably priced for the market. You know, it is a beefy truck and it has a decent amount of options. But the thing is, with these trucks, most people who buy them are not taking them off-road. And I think that's the sad part. But I mean, obviously when you spend 118 grand, you probably don't want to wreck it. So that concludes this review, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.